Evening, guys. Last episode for this season of Heroes. It's called Duality, Chapter 13. It's time to pick a side. Arthur Petrelli is now dead. Siler has taken over Primatech, has Angela, Claire's dad, Meredith, all locked up and inside Primatech. Siler's also trying to convince Claire that they are the same and that she should take a shotgun to Angela's head and blow it off, and then they could be free to be the people that they are. Instead of doing that, Claire blows up the phone that she's talking to Siler on. He's inside the building. Nathan lets everyone go in Primatech, all the other persons like the Puppet Master and all those people, to try and stop Siler. Well, the Puppet Master tries, but it's not very fruitful in his venture. That Siler takes over his head and kind of knocks him out. Then grabs Claire, and kind of grabs her by the throat, and, but then he lets her go. She takes off because she's got to try and help her father. And Meredith, two people who raised, not the true mother of Meredith and the man who raised her, are locked in this room. And Siler has injected Meredith with adrenaline, so her heat keeps going off while she's trying to get it. Well, they can't figure a way to get out, but then he tells her, put your hands on the glass. He has one bullet left in his gun, right? And Siler has told him to use on Meredith, and that'll save his life. But he refused to do that. So she heats up the glass. He shoots the glass with a bullet. By then, Claire's standing outside. She bursts the glass, takes a big shard of glass in the back, but pulls it out and tells the mother, I'll be back for you later on. Meantime, Ando has injected himself. The two guys that are over at Pinehurst, where Sharice is, and Peter and Nathan are, and Tracy are, they're trashing the place, and Ceres has injections, all set up, like a bunch of injections for these Marines. Well, they come in, they kill the one Marine who has had the injection, so there's really no one who has injected power in them yet. But Daphne comes by in super speed, grabs one of the hypodermics, brings it back to where her, Matt, and Ando are, and he wants to be like Hero and go back in time and save Hero from hanging on the flagpole outside the building. Well, anyway, he takes the injection, and instead of having Hero's powers, he has a super injector power. Whoever he touches, their power becomes greater. So Daphne can travel very fast, so using Einstein's theory of relativity, he holds onto her and takes her back in time and saves Hero, where he is now fighting with his dad because he's used his younger self to help him get the formula, and he's got the formula in his hands, but Daphne and Ando speed by, grab Hero, and bring him back to the future. Now, the formula is still back in the past, but ripped in half. But they still need to get the formula, and the formula is at Pinehurst. So Stacy and Hero take off to go and get the formula, and Stacy has it. She's just taking it, and she's going to go and start the whole thing over again. So Hero punches her in the nose, grabs the formula. Now they've got the formula, and they've brought it back. Back to where Claire and Siler are having it out. Well, Siler and Angela are having out there talking about who and what Siler is and where he came from and all that, and she's really not his mother. And Claire comes from behind and kills Siler. She just rips the back of his neck open, and that. Remember when she got that piece of wood through her neck? That kind of killed her until someone pulled the wood out of her neck in the first volume. And then Peter takes an injection. They're still backing up fighters. He takes an injection. Now he can fly. He grabs his brother Nathan. They take off and they land. And that's the end of the season. That's the end of Volume 3. And beginning of Volume 4 starts for just a few seconds. You see Nathan in the back of his car. He's a senator, and I guess he's talking to the CIA or whatever people. And they kind of give you a promo on what's going to happen. They're going to try and gather up all the people that have powers that are left and put them in a facility and lock them up. So really everything's brought itself back to, where everything really started off, where they're gathering up the heroes, and who's the hero, who's the villain, we really don't know. And they talk about the duality of man, and everyone has good and bad in them. And I think you'll find that if you look inside yourself and you look at others, that you're capable of good and you're capable of bad, and it's an ongoing struggle that you have in your life. If all my notes, that was the end of Volume 3. After the Super Bowl, the Monday after the Super Bowl, Volume 4 will start. I hope you'll all enjoy it. And thank you for your participation. And I know this ran way too long, and not a lot of you are going to watch it. Love you all. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'm going out to California in a couple of days. I'll do a couple from out there, and that'll be that. Bye now. Catch you back on the tube.